So another common thing that happens with athletes and coaches when they're playing beach volleyball is they call it a good side and a bad side. What we like to do at Team Ontario is call it a with wind side or against wind side. The reason for this is that way on an against wind side, the athletes are clear that they need to put a little bit more information into the ball, and if they're a with wind side, they may need to actually put less information into the ball. The other thing to consider is that when you call a good side and a bad side, what does that create for the athlete in their head? So on a bad side, if they don't get the points or they're not performing well, they've got an excuse as to why they're not working hard or why they're having a hard time gaining points. On a good side, if they're not getting the points that they want to get, what could happen is they actually feel really bad about themselves and they think they should be gaining the points. So what we want to do is when we call it a with win or against win, we actually bring their attention back to the processes needed to perform the game well. So right now we have a little bit of wind traveling in this direction. So the girls, they'll naturally know they're on the against wind side. So they'll naturally know to put into the ball a little bit more in order to get the ball to go into the net. On the guys' side here, they've got the with wind with them. So what they're doing now is they'll actually naturally know not to put as much information just so that the ball doesn't go too far over to the other side. The other thing that you'll notice that the athletes are doing in the wind is that they're going to try their best to keep the ball straight up and down to make it as predictable as possible for themselves. The wind is already going to make it unpredictable. So they're going to do their best to make sure they have a waterfall pass and a waterfall set as opposed to a flat pass where they're going to have to track various planes. So here's a straight up and down, straight up and down. Good. Good job.